Hi guys, it's Tom from Energy for Life Fitness here, and I'm going to show you in this short clip a really clever and simple way that you can make your DIY towel TRX at home that will give you access to training some of the pulling movements that we love to use at the studio, things like your horizontal pull and your vertical pull. These are really important exercises to try and incorporate into your workouts. With most floor-based body weight training, most of the exercises are going to be pushing, where you're pushing your body weight against the floor, which trains the front of the body. And so we're looking for some exercises to help balance that out by training the back. And we can get those through exercises using the TRX. So all credit to Aaron from Origin of Energy out in Australia, credit for this one, but this is a really simple way using either a belt. So if you've got a nice sort of fabricy belt, are best, because they're easier to tie into knots, and a towel, or it can also be done with a tea towel and a towel. So with the towel or the belt, the tea towel or the belt, you're going to be looking to make what's called the anchor, and that's what latches over the top of a door. So with a belt, what I'm going to do is tie some knots in the ends, about a foot apart from each other. And if you want to make it feel even more secure, you can double up that knot. So this is a bigger piece of the belt, and it's that knot that kind of wedges in the door so it can't pull through. So I've got my two knots, and then I'm going to grab my towel. So the thinner the towel, the better, and this is what makes the sort of strappy part of the TRX. And we're going to just loop all that together into a sort of smaller piece of towel, folding it over. Fold it in half at the middle. So I've got the towel kind of in the middle, folded in two, and then I'm going to thread my anchor through it. Okay, so now my anchor's holding the towel through the center of the fold, and I've got those knots on either side. Okay, then you want to be on the right side of the door while you're doing this, okay? So you want to be on the side of the door that the door closes to. So if it's a push door, you want to make sure you've pulled it closed and you're training on that side of it. Push it open slightly, and what we want to do is take the knots and loop them over the top of the door frame and make sure they're sort of, that belt's lying flat and not twisted over. And then let the door close or pull it shut and let it latch. So if you've got a door handle, make sure it's pulled and latched closed. This door at the gym's on a spring, so it's slightly different. But because we're pulling, our body weight's always going to be pulling the door closed, so there shouldn't be any issues. Once I'm there, you want to just test this out basically. So make sure, standing well on your feet, that you can start to pull down on it and that it can hold your body weight. Okay, and you can see as long as I've got an angle, a slight angle on that pull, that this can't come through. You might find it slips a little bit at the start just as those knots tighten. Okay, so make sure you're comfortable with it before you start, okay, and it's not going to do any damage to your trim around the door. Okay, so we've set up our towel and our anchor and looped one through the other and made sure that anchor's secure over the top of the door, and we're on the right side of the door's pulling, that's closed. Holding the towel evenly on each side with your hands and getting a good grip, we can walk the feet in towards the door, and we can start to lean back. Okay, so it's supporting my body weight there. My weight is pulling the door closed, it's nice and secure, and then I can pull my chest up into my hands, keeping my hips up to get that horizontal pull movement. Okay, so a great one for the upper back, for that extension through the spine. Keeping my eyes tracking into the top of the door, and my neck and spine are in a nice alignment. That would be your horizontal pull. And then we can train the vertical pull right from the bottom. So sort of take our feet in, maybe holding a little bit higher up on that towel now, and then we're going to drive the hips back and down into a sort of squat. So this is a really nice traction position that we can just spend time in to open up through the lats. And then into a sort of modified hang, and we can sway our weight left and right into that stretch. And then we can strengthen here by going into a bent arm pull. So I'm going to push back a little bit, lean, pull, and drive my way in. Okay, dropping back, bending those knees into that squat and pulling. So part of this is sort of learning that body awareness of when you're using your legs versus when you're using your arms, okay? And trying to switch off the legs so that it's not the legs helping you up, it's the arms. If you want to increase the intensity, lift the heels off the floor until you're up on your tiptoes, then the legs will drive it, will help you less, and it will make the exercise harder, okay? So that's our really simple, clever little way. Again, big shout out to Aaron from Origin of Energy down in Oz for coming up with that solution. And I hope you like it. I hope you try it out. We'll try and integrate it into some of our online workouts for you too. Thanks for your time, everyone. See you soon. Take care.